and welcome to today's video. Right guys, today's video it will be like a short video on introduction to vectors, and I will be talking through what a vector is and going through like 4 examples for vectors. Okay, so that is my plan for today. Right guys, obviously before we start actually, obviously please do subscribe if you're new, and drop the video a like if you're new. My name's Abdallah actually, and I'm a private maths tutor and a qualified maths teacher for secondary maths as well as primary. Okay, right guys, so starting today's topic actually, so we're looking at GCSE high for Edexcel, and an AQA or OCR or WJEC for like those of you studying like the Welsh exam board. Right guys, okay, so a vector guys is something that has a magnitude and a direction. So this is what I call a vector. A vector would be something actually that has an arrow. Okay, so it will tell you what direction the particular object or thing is going in. So this is a vector, so it says 2b, and this is a vector half b. Okay, so it will have an arrow or like some arrows going in like certain directions. Okay, so a few key points obviously to like denote guys. So a vector will usually have like an underlining. Okay, so obviously in the exam purposes, for those of you studying GCSE maths, in the exam it will be printed bold. Obviously in the exam it is handwritten actually, so you will be asked to obviously express your vectors by underlining the letter. So that's how we denote that's something a vector. If it was just a letter A we would just treat that as like a letter in algebra, but if it's underlined, then we know we are looking at vectors for this purpose. Okay, so I hope that was actually a bit clear, guys. So that's a vector that is like one way of like writing a vector. That is also a vector, AB. So this is what I call AB actually. So it would look like that. So AB with like an arrow. Okay, and then that is also a vector. Okay, so I will obviously come on to like each of these as part of like the lessons actually, but for today's lesson we're just going to look at like examples for like these. Okay, so a vector has what I call like a magnitude and a direction. So it will have like a horizontal component and a vertical component if we're looking at like something that looks in this form. Okay, and we will be using Pythagoras theorem actually, which I've put there, and trigonometry actually to obviously work out angles within the triangle actually. So if it's a right angle triangle, we will be looking at that. Okay, so I hope that's actually clear, guys. So apologies for like obviously going a bit swift actually, but I will cover this again actually in more detail in the coming videos actually. But a vector is just something that has a magnitude and a direction. So an example would be like acceleration, velocity, displacement actually. All these things will have a vector. Okay, I think volume actually might be one actually, and then the opposite to a vector would be called a scalar. So scalar quantity is something like speed, time, distance. So things essentially like things that don't have like a direction essentially. So it just has an amount, what we call a magnitude. So magnitude just means the amount of something, and the direction we're looking at which direction. So it can go this way, it can go up, it can go across, it can go down, and so forth, so on and so forth. Right guys, looking at the 4 examples for that today's lesson. Okay, so we've got a triangle here guys. Okay, so we've got a triangle ABC. We are asked to work out what vector AB is. So this is what I call vector AB. Okay, so this is the vector AB. So it's written as AB with like a little arrow on top. So that is another way to obviously express a vector. So AB guys is worked out by doing A to C and then C to B. Are we happy with that? Yes. So it's A to C and then C to B. So it's going to be vector A, which is small a, plus B underlined to small b, or b plus a. So the answer will be vector A plus B. So it's small a vector plus small b. So that would be how I'd write my answer. So vector A plus b. Okay, right, next one guys, xz. Right, xz is worked out by doing xy plus yz. So it's going to be A plus B. So it's vector A, which is xy, and then yz, which is going to be b. So it'll be A plus B. So it'll be the vector A plus B or B plus A. Either one will give you the correct answer. Okay, so that's how I'd work out that one. Okay, right, example 3, guys. We're going to work out the vector CD. Okay, so CD, it will be either, so it would be DB plus BC. So we know that BD is Y, so DB, it will be negative Y because it's the opposite direction. If it's the opposite direction, guys, the sign changes. Okay, so it'd be minus Y plus X. So that's how I'd work out that one. Or I'd say, vector X minus Y. So small x underlined minus Y underlined will give me my CD vector. So that's how I'd work out that one. Right, guys, last one actually, so it's slightly tricky. So we've got like a rectangle here. Okay, so we are asked to work out AC. Okay, so AC, okay, is either AD plus DC or AB plus BC. Okay, now one key point to like denote, guys, is that obviously vectors, if they're parallel, they will have the same vector. Okay, so the same amount actually. Okay, same amount usually, not always, but sometimes they will have like a same amount. Okay, so that's how I would work out that. Okay, so it would be AC, okay, which is 2A plus 3B, okay, 2A plus 3B underlined, or 3B plus 2A. So that is how I would work out that one there. Okay, so the idea is that you follow the direction of the object or triangle, or the thing that you're looking at, and you look at other ways to like get to that answer. Okay, so that is how I'd work out actually. Okay, so remember, guys, so vectors are usually always underlined actually. So to summarize, a vector has a magnitude and a direction. So it's something that will have like a magnitude and a direction. It's usually underlined. Okay, so that's how I'd work out that. Okay, and I hope that was clear, guys. Okay, so thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe if you're new, and obviously check out these videos. So check out Maths Genie, Primus Kitten, Cobbett Maths, Maths Chelsea, and Hegarty Maths. So they are all very useful actually. Very useful. Okay, I hope that was clear, guys. Thank you for watching. Stay safe.